yesterday's, and it was in the final, and after the finish line got kind of sideways, and gave her the motor.
There's only two of us in the young guns, so I have no clue. Okay guys, so we made it here to Beechbend. We are sitting in the line for a tech inspection. I have my tech card here. It rained all morning. They're out there drying the track now, but pretty good turnout here. I'm pretty excited. The drive up here was fine. We have an engine light. I'm not sure what that is. I forgot to bring my code scanner, but I don't think it's nothing major. We're charging, we're cool, and we have oil pressure, so we're just gonna run it and see until we may stop at AutoZone later and get a scan tool, but everything is going good so far. We're gonna get teched in, then go get in our pit spot. I had to bring drag radials. I'm doing the 6 streetcar shootout here at Sick on the Green, so I will have to run either a slick or a drag radial. So I have some M&H drag radials. It's a 275 to go on the back of it. So once we get teched in, we're gonna go pit, get on the drag radials. They're gonna get the track dry, and I believe our first run is gonna be at 11 o'clock. So the name of the game here is consistency. We're gonna have to make a pass and then go out and do a street drive and then come back and make another pass. So do that for 2 days. We're just gonna try to be as consistent as possible. And that way maybe we have a good chance at doing good in some of these classes.
This guy. Drove all the way up here for a race event and didn't bring a screwdriver. Typical. Look at him. Goon. Brought all this stuff and you didn't get a screwdriver.
Having to ask for tools at 9 o'clock. Got the most streetable vehicle here and already having to borrow tools.
Let's see if we can get the hubcap off, or center cap. Oh yeah.
Got it. No more bending my key.
Thank God he brought an impact.
I'm out of breath, already wore out.
Okay, while he's doing that, here's some other streetcar people. That AMC right there has got a 401 13-to-1 AMC motor in it. It's pretty cool. It's an old build. And yeah, we're excited for the week. Look at you go. It's almost crazy. It's awesome being a cameraman. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you just stand back there and talk. There's only two of us in the young guns, so I have no clue what the other guy drives. I'm sure it is much faster than me, but one of the two of us is winning $1,000. So
50-50 shot.
We'll see. We got a 50-50 chance. We're probably the slowest car here, even in the Street 6 shootout, but that's okay because we're gonna have the most fun.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's 8th mile only. Also, I didn't know that.
Thanks. So we're not going to get our 12-second pass today.
Well, they said we can run it out the quarter, but I tested it last night on the street with my draggy. We done some more transmission tuning. Big shout out to James Ralph and JTR Performance. We've honestly got 5 or 6 hours worth of tuning into this truck between the engine and transmission. We're just trying to make it work and do the best we can with it so far. I pulled a plug last night. The timing's real soft in it. It's real low on timing, but it's on 93 and it's 11.5 to 1. It's right there kind of sketchy with chattering the valves and stuff, but 8th mile only, so it should run. I'm hoping we can stay in the 850s for today and tomorrow, and I'd be happy with that. 850s, 860s, it should be somewhere in there close, but I wasn't expecting to come up here and run 8th mile, which I guess is a good thing, so we can be more consistent, because that's one less shift the transmission has to make. But I don't know, we'll see what it'll do.
grab the straight.
No, it was his. He was gonna throw it away. And I was like, nope.
Watch the top. And you'll see hooks. Maybe just put 2 washers. Hit it? Yep. Pull the trigger, pull the back of the trigger out to the straight door. There you go. That's it.
Simple enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Then
pretty
it's
cool.
made so it stands up by itself.
That's pretty cool. Well, guys, they just got the track dry. Everything looked good. The sun was out, and it is raining again. This happened at Rockingham Dragway, and they sent all the street cars out to make their drive, and then while they were still drying the track, and then come back, and then they raced. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what we'll do, but I'm in a group chat. They'll make the call, but we're teched in. Everything's good to go. We're on the drag radials, and the track was dry, and here it is raining again. So I don't know. We're just going to have to play it by ear and see what we hear, but everybody's trying to load their stuff up and get underneath their tents and this and that, but I don't know. I'll get back whenever we figure out what's going on. Okay, guys, so they got the track dry. They called us up here to get in the lanes. They're running radial or in the 6th Street shootout. They're running cars with drag radials first. So we're 4th pair, 5th pair in line. So we're fixing to go up there and make our first hit. Hopefully it goes well. We're running to the 8th mile, and then we can get our route once we turn in our slips, so we can figure out where we're fixing to have to drive to. So hopefully it goes all good, but we're fixing to see.
Some fast cars here.
All right, guys, so I went and turned in my time slip. It went 8:66 with a 5. My reaction time was horrible. I was working on getting it up on the converter, and I wasn't expecting it to be a pro tree or anything like that. So, but it was below what I had to turn in, so that's good. Here's our checkpoints. they all seem fairly close together. It don't matter which route we go. We can just look it up on our phone, the address, and head that way. But you can see in my burnout, it kind of kicked to one side, the rear end did, and it also shifted to second. I think when it shifted, it kicked to the right side. But when I do my other burnout, I may just have to be a little bit easier and keep it in first gear. I didn't know it was going to shift to second. Haven't really done a burnout with it. But other than that, 866 with a 5, we're going to go out on our drive and come back. And once we get our another pass later this evening, hopefully it's real close to that. We're going for consistency, so we'll see what it is. But we're going to go out on our drive and hopefully it goes well.
Nice rainy day at Beechbend.
Yeah, and it's pouring rain again, so the racing stopped. So this is a great time for us to be going on our drive. We made it to the Smoky Pig. Here we go off to stop 2. Well, guys, it's still pouring down rain, but we made it here at the Corvette Museum. We're going to park and walk inside there for a second. But the truck's doing great, as it should. Daily driving out here. Okay, guys, so for you all who I guess aren't from Kentucky or something like that, we're at the National Corvette Museum, and it's here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and all the Corvettes that are around are made here at the Corvette plant. But it's pretty cool that we have this here in Kentucky. We're fixing to walk in here and check out some stuff. I'm not sure if they'll let me film or not, but I'm probably going to say probably not, but I don't know. We can try. But we're going to go in here and look around real quick, as this is part of one of our stops on Sick at the Green. Guys, these are cars that somebody already owns. Like that fella right there already owns that car, and he's picking it up tomorrow on Saturday. It's a Z06, but these are already pre-bought cars, and they come in here and get to pick them up. Well, we made our drive, and we're pulling back in here at the track. We're gonna let this thing cool off and go up there and see what she'll do whenever it is our time to run again. They're saying about 4 o'clock, but wonder how Finnegan done. I don't even know if he's made a lick yet, but there have been a lot of rain delays, but we'll see.
I don't know what. I'm sure they probably smacked it or something, but all this is kind of wonky.
We do. A lot of our stuff is 30 seconds. You rarely get a minute long or 2 minutes long.
Yeah, there was a big cash day, Olympics cash days, and this it was in the final, and after the finish line, kind of sideways.
Wrap that shit up,
We
dude.
really just got the whole quarter one lane.
Yeah, but if I go and do that,
So guys, let me get away from the sun here. So this is what you don't see in the drag and drive footage that you may watch. My last pass was at 12:45 today, and now it's 6:30, and we still haven't made our second run in qualifying. So that is however many hour difference. We've had a couple rain showers, but it was kind of cooler this morning. Now the sun's out, it's pretty warm, it's humid, but that's the kind of stuff that you don't see and you don't expect for. And you know, we're trying to be consistent here. And with this many hours between the passes and the weather change, it's going to be hard to go up there and run another number close to what we've done. But I'm going to try to film everything that I can and show you all, because I like watching videos of stuff that I'm going to be doing. It's maybe some of y'all will be doing events similar to this. But yeah, it's been 12:45 and now it's 6:30 since we've got to make a run in our class. And that's just for the second one. We have an optional third one we can do. So I mean, and I don't even think we'll get the third one. I think we'll meet our midnight cutoff before we do that. But hopefully we get a second one, and then we're 2 and done for the day. And then we get 1 or 2 tomorrow that we're happy with, and then we'll be done. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it kind of sucks this long between just sitting around for hours and hours and hours waiting to get our next pass in. But we got our street drive done. We got our first pass. We just got to make the second pass and hopefully run a similar number to what we did on the first one. But I'll get back with y'all if I hear a schedule or anything changes, or so we can get up there in the lanes.
We got Poland driving 50 Shades of Brown, so this ought to be interesting.
Just made our second pass and got it turned in, so we're on our way out of here. We showed them our pictures where we went along the route. The first pass it went 866 with a 5, and this second pass it went 870 with a 1. So we're within less than 4 numbers. I'm pretty happy with that. I was wanting 5 numbers, but I'm pretty happy with less than 4. That's better than I was wanting. So now we just got to come back tomorrow, and I'd love to see an 868 out of it. that would be right there between my average, and that may put us in a decent position. But I'd be super happy with that. We just got to see how it's going to do tomorrow. But that's going to be all for this video. We had a great time day one here at Sick on the Green here at Beechbend. We got our passes. We should be good to go for home. But I'll get back tomorrow, and it'll be a separate video, and we'll tackle it on day 2.